While restocking shelves, you were quite taken aback by how many albums were in the category romantic chanting. Victor was initially in a panic mode, afraid that his computer gained malevolent sentience, but you saved the day by unplugging it from the wall. Your eyelids feel very heavy, you blink several times, but the energy just drives you further into drowsiness. Blackness sends you to decide to rest up for exercising your eyes again. Why do these have to go by so fast? So, she's a praying mantis. You exhale softly as you are winding down for the day. You glance at the clock and see it is just a little after 4 p.m. It is going to be at least another hour before dinner starts. You sit down on the couch and turn on the television. You start to go through the various channels, but nothing really catches your attention. Hi. Oh, I'm watching Nickelodeon. You look dog. Good God. You look down and you look dog and your down is staring at you. Good God Almighty. You look down and your dog is staring at you with mournful eyes. He then looks at the empty spot next to you, then returns his gaze back to you. Yeah. I'm surprised, I'm surprised Ashley's response didn't stress her out even more. But then again, Caitlin did get all furious with her. And here's something else I'm wondering. I'm guessing now that Ashley's gone, so too is the person that was going to help. Now you're free to date Nick. She already got one canine out of her life. Let's not go to another. And besides, Nick hasn't even offered her a job. You know, I mean, dog walking, sort of, but he's not paying her. Oh, alright, you can get up here with me. You give the empty space a loud pat, and Nick eagerly jumps onto the couch. Don't tell Dad I let you up here, okay? This is our little secret. I peed. You watch for several minutes as your dog proceeds to circle around the cushion before finding just the right spot and lies down right next to you. You absent-mindedly start to pet Nick's head, and this brings you a calm that's been lacking quite a bit lately. After another 15 minutes pass, you feel a slight tug near your right wrist. Looking down, you see that Nick is playfully pulling on your bracelet. And your hand falls off. When you notice as you're staring at him, he stops and lowers his head to the ground and gives a happy bark. Who wants to play? Who wants to play? You do, don't you? Bark. You look around for one of Nick's toys. Normally there would be one or two readily at hand, but it appears all have been put away. Or, Ashley stormed over to the house and stole them all in a fit of rage. Nick stops messing with your bracelet and starts to dig at the edge where the cushion meets the back of the couch. However, he has little success moving it aside. Now comes the job offer. He walks over to the other side of the room and brings back the want ads. Something in there? Rough. You gingerly push the cushion slightly ahead and see a small piece of rope lying under it. Uh-oh, someone served salsa made in New York City. Is this what you want? Nick picks up the rope with his mouth and gives his head a mighty shake. He jumps off the couch and puts the rope at your feet. He gives it a tentative nudge in your direction with his nose. Grrr, let's see how strong you are. Caitlin, smash. Nick playfully jumps up and down at your feet before grabbing one end of the rope. You pick up the other and utter your own approximation of growls while pulling back and forth. Yeah, you've had a lot of practice at that. What the fuck? What the fuck? What in the actual fucking fuck? Suddenly you hear a sickening crunch. You briefly scan the room before looking at your arm. To your surprise, it looks like it is being torn off, separated at your shoulder. That's not quite shoulder. That was like a Doki Doki Literature Club moment. I wasn't expecting that to happen, and then I looked up and all of a sudden the character portrait was different. For a few precious seconds you sit there dumbfounded. while your dog continues playing tug of war. You would have had more fun if this was Caitlin. You are a little too late letting go of the rope before your arm hits the floor with a solid thump. The first thing you are aware of is a breeze tickling your now exposed armpit. Strangely, there is no pain from your wound and very little blood. However, the scent of rotted meat fills your nostrils. With morbid curiosity, you look closer at your arm. You bend down as if to touch it with your dominant hand, but realize that it is the one currently resting on the floor. Man, this is like one big MC Escher thing, just, hands in a circle or something. Nick, however, is pleased by this dramatic change. His attention is focused entirely on your arm. He sniffs every inch of it, moving slowly along its length. Oh, God. All I can say in this moment is thank God her leg didn't fall off. When he completes his circle, he gives your exposed palm a tentative lick, and that's when you notice drool gathering in the corner of Nick's mouth. Don't you even think of it. Nick's appetite proves greater than your training, and with the strength belying his small frame, starts to drag the arm along the floor, leaving a trail of skin and meat behind. Okay, here are options I never thought I'd ask. Grab your arm with your remaining one, try to scare Nick off, let Nick keep your arm. What's the best option here? Yeah, this turned on a dime. Wait a minute, maybe we fell asleep or something, so, oh dear God, it is Springwood. Freddy Krueger's behind all this. Grab it. Grab your arm. You bend down with your remaining appendage and grab the end of your arm. Nick, thinking you are playing again, starts to pull at the other end. Oh, Jesus. Drop it, I say. Unfortunately, Nick isn't listening to you, but gives a slight yip of pain as he pulls one of your fingers off and he tumbles backwards. Oh great, all's well. Suddenly a loud yip penetrates your awareness and your eyes flash open. Looking around, you see that you are sitting on the living room couch. I can't quite tell, but those almost look like some kind of bags or vein lines. Right there. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain. Must have dozed off. Nick, meanwhile, is standing about 10 feet from you. He sniffs the air, gives out a plaint of whine, then tries to hide under the table. I wanted that arm. You wonder if you should get up or not. Then you notice Nick sleeping by your side, head resting on your leg. He looks so peaceful, it will be a shame to disturb him. Then your dog yawns, and you yawn in return, eyes drooping when darkness closes in and swallows you whole. You are spending some quiet time with Sabrina, enjoying the quiet beauty of the arboretum. Your stepsister gives a quiet sigh and rests her head on your shoulder. I could stay like this forever. You find yourself squeezing her hand, and another few minutes pass. Headed out again tonight? Probably. There's been an increase. Well, you don't really want to know. Let's just say you might want to stay away from the beach for the next night or two. Oh, there's been an increase in stupid people going to the beach despite them being closed. I spotted Chris Christie there just the other day. If you need some help... Sabrina's eyes close, and you can tell that she is seriously contemplating the offer, but then shakes her head. This is my duty, not yours. Then you hear a sure, deep voice from behind you. I'd be glad to lend you some assistance. Threesome! Turning your head, you see Victor coming your direction, a couple ice cream cones in his hand. He offers you one, which you take without a second thought. Victor, what are you doing here? Just taking your advice and getting out of the laboratory more. I saw you here and thought to say hi. With ice cream? Oh, that's the best way to say hi. Shrugs. I didn't realize Caitlin was spending time with her stepsister. If you want some dessert, I'd be more than glad to get you some. What flavor do you like? Sabrina's favorite flavor is... I'm not in the mood. Thank you for asking. Sabrina's favorite flavor is angst. Very well, though, if you change your mind. I won't. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Excuse me, but is something wrong? Did I do something to you? Me personally? No, other than eavesdropping. However, I've heard plenty about you. Oh, shit. Well, if it was from my father... No, not your father. Let's just say that you're poking your nose in places you really shouldn't, and some people are starting to take notice. Okay, that was better than what I thought she was referring to. I don't know if he's so much a villain as he is, like, neutral. But the problem is when your whole thing is about killing those things before they kill other people, you don't want somebody, like, trying to keep them around and preserving them and studying them, you know, messing up your work. Are you threatening me? My name is Cornholio. No, just giving you a word of warning. Your curiosity is going to cause you more trouble than you can handle, and I won't be there to clean it up. Victor's eyes narrow at Sabrina's insinuations. I almost said insulations. Victor wonders why Sabrina is wrapped in Owens Corning fiberglass. And what would you know of my studies? Only a few people really know what I'm doing. My parents, Caitlin. Victor pauses, and you can tell he is deep in thought before he speaks again. Wait, are you an investigator as well? In some ways, I guess you can call me that. Caitlin, it's about time I have to go, so if you don't mind telling your friend... Boyfriend. Oh boy. Oh shit. Houston to fan, we have confirmed report of incoming ship 300 meters from your position and closing. Pardon? Boyfriend. I'm Caitlin's boyfriend, and while it would be nice to have met under more cordial circumstances, I'm glad to finally meet Caitlin's stepsister. Victor puts his hand out in greetings, and Sabrina gives it a tentative shake. She glances toward your face, and there is a lost look in her eyes. Okay, now, again, the game should have given us an option to just turn Sabrina down flat. But it didn't. It steered us into this position without giving us any real agency about it. So, yeah, I can't say I'm really happy about this. I didn't know you had a boyfriend, Caitlin. Shrugs. We haven't exactly made it public. So I see. I didn't mean to get off on the wrong foot, but if you need help... Sabrina stands up and smooths out the bottom of her skirt. That's quite all right. It's about time I moved along and let Caitlin spend time with her boyfriend. Oh boy. Sabrina starts moving away, a heaviness in her step that wasn't there before. Stay with Victor, chase after Sabrina, end things with both. Okay, I actually remember in one of these circumstances, it wasn't these two, but I did have another pair that the option was to end things with both, and I decided to do that, so I got the alone achievement. And I think that was also a time when I had, like, fully given in. I just got worse, and then that was it. Yeah. This is rough. Okay, well, we got one vote for Victor. Okay, Victor it is. Yeah, see, this is the thing, you know, for something that has given us a lot of choices, the one choice it didn't give us ended up resulting in destroying our relationship with our stepsister. So not only a romantic relationship, but a family relationship that obviously had gone back quite a ways. Yeah, this is something, if I ever decide to, you know, I've seen like visual novel makers out there. If I ever decide to do one of them, this is definitely something I'm going to keep in mind. Because I don't want to have that happen. Victor looks at Sabrina as she departs, and his smile deepens into a frown. Did I do something wrong? It wasn't you. It was me. It is something we're going to have to try and straighten out later. Good fucking luck. What was it? It isn't important now. Your choices made you break up with Sabrina. However, your relationship with Victor will continue until the end of the story. The cafeteria ran out of cherry soda today as the same person came back in every 15 minutes and ordered the pop all through your shift. When a co-worker asked what the customer was doing with it, the answer was that it was top secret. Not pop secret? That would be popcorn. Okay, it's the weekend. So at this point, obviously Victor's the only one we can date, and the only one we can buy a gift for, but I'm pretty sure we bought both of his gifts. I don't remember for sure. Let me take a look and see if there were any other Victor gifts. And I'm amazed, despite everything that went on that week, between that horrible dream and the disaster happening with Sabrina and the harsh break up with Ashley, our stress didn't go up at all. I don't think we accumulated any stress. Because I know we were pretty high before, and I'm pretty sure 49% was where we were. Okay. Oh, we never bought the lightning rod. Apparently. Well, let's see. I have no idea who this would have been for. Rubber Mouse probably would have been Tyrone, so that's useless. Kissed Boxer Shorts, I'm guessing that was Tyrone. Narwhal, no idea. Wine and Rose, that probably... or it's like in Dilbert, stress is the body's way of saying you haven't worked enough unpaid overtime. Yeah, exactly. Wine and Rose, I'm guessing that was Nadia. The broom was probably Nadia. We bought the Tesla coil. The big teddy bear, I'm guessing that was probably Tyrone. The record was Sabrina. The easel would have been Sabrina. I'd say the poster would have been her too. That's definitely would have been Tyrone. That would have been Ashley. The Venus flytrap might be Victor. Don't know. The grimoire would have been Nadia. The cookbook. I think Nadia said she was into cooking, so that's probably her. The crossbow would have definitely been Sabrina. And the bullseye, I think, would have been Sabrina too. And actually, these would have gone great together. So do we want to get a gift, or do we want to do something else? Oh, yeah, you're right. The plant would have been Ashley because of the greenhouse. Yeah, good call, kitten. Okay, lightning rod gift. And remember, we can also just do other stuff instead of getting a gift. I'm just throwing it out there. What should we do? The other options would be the same as last time. Go on a date, in this case with Victor, because he's, the strongest link. Do a spa, energy and stress, and or do relax, energy and stress. I figure probably with stress-wise we'll be okay at this point if we just do the date with Victor, and then we can probably just buy him a gift. Okay. Raku, Diode, what do you think? Try a different date. Okay. So we could either do beach or clubbing. Let's see, clubbing, activities, dance, get a drink, get a dinner, listen to the house band, beach, swimming, beach volley, make a sandcastle, walk on the beach. You're warned not to go to the beach. Yeah, why not? You know, it's not like Sabrina means anything to us anymore. See Sabrina on the beach slaying whatever it is, you know, like evil sirens or something like that, and they were like, "Hey, Sabrina, still up for that threesome, right?" All right, what are we doing? Okay. Oh, we chose beach. Okay. All right then, go on the beach. Hello. Wow, and Victor's even wearing even less clothes than in the club. Amazing. Go swimming, play beach volleyball, make a sand castle, walk on the beach. I guarantee you, if we make a sand castle, he's going to get like a ruler and a protractor out and all that, and like make it. He's probably going to make it pretty damned awesome. You don't know that, Kit. Maybe it's both. If anyone would be able to build like a truly awesome sandcastle, I could see it being Victor. Like science would so kick ass doing that. Walk on the beach. Okay. Play beach volleyball. Maverick and Goose are already doing that. So, walk on the beach. Victor pushed up his glasses when he said he was ready for your perambulation on silica. A quiet calm exists between you before he bends down and picks up something at his feet. You notice a small crab, and Victor is stroking its shell. Then he lets it go with a shy smile. I just got him off. And social alignment up. Week 6. Another restless night, another restless sleep, and so are the days of our lives, and the young and the restless. Although you can't remember what the dream was this time, they're definitely getting more and more frequent. However, something is different with these dreams. When you awaken, instead of feeling tired, you feel powerful. Uh-oh. You get up and look at yourself in the mirror, and the changes are noticeable even if no one else has said anything. For one thing, you appear more gaunt, more bent, but you would swear that you have more energy than before. You find yourself able to stay up over half the night, and you are almost as refreshed as if you'd had a good night's sleep. This doesn't even include the small splotches, which are darkening parts of your body. I'm sorry, the small splotches. For the moment, you are able to keep most of them obscure, but they are becoming noticeable. Well, especially if you're not barely wearing anything. Not only that, you think your senses are becoming more acute. For one thing, on those nights which you lay awake, you can make out sharp details in the darkness. At times, you think you can make out the individual lines in the ceiling tile. For that matter, you think your hearing is becoming stronger as well. If you close your eyes and black out all the distractions, you swear you can hear the breathing of Sabrina as she sleeps the day away. And probably also the crying of Sabrina. If you are a little uncertain about your sight and hearing improving, you know your sense of smell is getting better. Right now you can smell the bacon your father is preparing to cook. Your stomach gurgles with hunger, and then you feel a slight revulsion which you push away at the idea of cooked meat. However, as your latest bout with nausea demonstrates, not everything is to your benefit. Your diet is steadily changing. While you're still eating normal food, you are also experiencing flashes and hunger pangs for raw meat. The bloodier, the better. The other thing is that the flashes of irritation, of anger, are becoming more frequent. So far, you're able to keep a lid on your emotions, but your control is starting to slip. Probably the most troubling change is that you don't seem to feel pain as much. Just the previous day, you would cut yourself while shaving your legs and you didn't feel it. Nor did your blood seem to be the same. As it started to ooze out, it was thick, more like gelatin than a liquid. And there's always room inside your veins for jello. You glance at your reflection and squint as something else seems off. You lean in close and pull your lower eyelid down with your index finger. You take a good long look, and a slightly milky substance seems to be covering your iris. From downstairs, breakfast is ready, come and get it. Once again, your stomach gurgles, but not with anticipation. not with anticipation. You hear the padding of little feet and look toward the hallway only to see your dog pass by. I don't quite get the reference, Raku. Nick stops at your door and stares at you. He sniffs the air and his body becomes more taut. He lowers his head and gives as menacing a growl as he can. Ignore your dog, make nice with your dog, growl back. It's like, don't you growl at me, you little bitch. I am going to shove a stick through your spine and use you like a Swiffer. Try to make nice. Yeah, that's a nice expression. Nick stops growling, and he looks like he wants to come to you, but every time he moves forward, he stops. He has a confused look on his face, and then he runs down the hall. You shake your head and go to get ready for the day. A Skyrim reference that I didn't get? Oh, I must not have done that or remembered it, because I really didn't touch the main quest all that much. I mostly did just random side stuff. Yeah, I'll Google it later. But I do feel embarrassed that I didn't get a Skyrim reference. Wow, look at our stress is way down. Well, that was because of the date. Oh. I was like, hey, we're losing our minds, but, you know, it's less stressful because of it. Okay, so what do we want to do now? I think she's only mostly dead. Like in The Princess Bride. Spa, okay. Wait a minute, if we're like falling apart, are we going to become stew? Okay, so we're going to save here. Things are getting even more interesting, though we're down to one suitor. Party at the leper colony. I don't think they noticed because it's been mostly inward. I mean, the only things they've realized are what we've told them and what they might have occasionally observed. Like, I know Ashley noticed something in our scent. My guess is if Tyrone had stuck around, he probably would have noticed too. Sabrina figured that out also. So now we got 2 days as a cafeteria clerk and the 1 day with Victor as the lab assistant. But we're going to go ahead and figure out how we want to proceed from here. And especially what we're going to do about this, because we ain't looking good. But that will be reserved for next time. So, until then, try to minimize the amounts of hearts you break, and if a lesson can be taken from here, honesty is always the best policy, and also give people an option to say no. Take care. Until we game again. This episode's Getting Awkward at Family Gatherings was made possible by Mike Panza, Rick in Baltimore, Viceroy Scorn, D.I.O.D., Jumpy Cat, Shin Majin, the post-production contributions of Matthew Carr Anderson, and all my working on the railroading lycanthro fans. Thank you very much for your continued support. Until we game again.